Hello, and welcome back to IELTS Speaking Studio, where we help you prepare for your IELTS exam with practical examples and insights. In today's video, we will be discussing 3 important topics from IELTS Speaking Part 3 related to cinema. These are common topics that may come up in your exam, and we're going to dive deep into them. Let's get started. First, let's talk about cinema-going habits. Do you think the cinema has increased or decreased in popularity in recent years? In your opinion, will this trend continue into the future?
Well, I believe that cinema has actually decreased in popularity in recent years, especially with the rise of streaming platforms. More and more people are choosing to watch movies at home on services like Netflix, Amazon Prime, and Disney+. This offers greater convenience, especially with the variety of content available on demand. However, I do think cinemas will always have a place for big-budget blockbusters and a communal experience that home viewing can't replicate. In the future, cinemas may evolve, incorporating advanced technology like virtual reality, but the trend of streaming services dominating the market will likely continue.
Now let's move on to the topic of films or TV dramas based on real or fictional events. What are the advantages and disadvantages of making films about real-life events? And how important is it for filmmakers to remain true to the original story?
Making films based on real-life events can be very powerful, as they give audiences a chance to learn about history or experience stories they might not otherwise know. For example, movies about important historical figures or events can inspire and educate people. However, one disadvantage is that sometimes filmmakers take creative liberties, which could distort the facts and mislead audiences. It's crucial for filmmakers to remain as true to the original story as possible, especially when dealing with sensitive topics like wars, social issues, or real-life tragedies. That said, some creative freedom can be acceptable when the intent is to convey a broader message or a more compelling narrative.
Lastly, let's talk about censorship and the freedom of filmmakers or TV producers. Should films and television be censored, or should we be free to choose what we see? And how do you think censorship laws will change in the next 20 years?
This is a very controversial topic. On one hand, censorship can protect viewers from harmful or disturbing content, especially in cases of explicit violence or inappropriate material. However, on the other hand, filmmakers and producers should have the freedom to express their creativity without being overly restricted. I believe there should be a balance. Films and TV shows should have guidelines, but ultimately, people should have the right to choose what they want to watch. In the next 20 years, I think censorship laws will become more lenient in some places, but in others, they could become stricter, especially with the growing influence of social media and the need to manage content more carefully.